Let's talk about
There we go.
The myth.
Lewis.
The
favorite color.
Pilgrim, unstoppable, unbelievable. The man, the myth, the legend.
Lewis.
How y'all doing?
There's your mic.
We're doing great. Zach's fucking up the mic.
Welcome to the Barcast, Lewis.
Looking up the mic. What's the craziest thing you did before you left high school?
Real questions.
Wow, I can't even tell you
Because you went so hard after?
because the act itself.
They're not in school.
Extreme.
I just mean during that time period.
When I was 16 years old, I was already a businessman. Out here, I grew up out here.
Yeah.
And I went to Columbine. And
Chatfield.
when I grew up out here originally, it was dirt.
Is he filming?
South of Bowles, Wadsworth was dirt.
What year did you graduate?
I know.
79.
79.
Titan Road was
some math.
Titan Road was the only thing that went that south besides like I-25, right?
Or what? Huh?
Titan Road was like the only thing that went that far south besides like I-25.
That's not true.
No?
Titan Ridge Santa Fe went all the way down there.
Shit, for real?
I was trying to figure out.
That's awesome. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think you should just put that here for both
Yeah,
of us.
that's
Let
awesome,
Lewis
Lewis.
I weigh
Right
85.
now.
I can
Come on,
hold
my
it.
dad lived in
You gonna hold it for us?
Yeah.
And I actually lived in, technically the mailing address is Franktown, but I was like 100 yards west of the Elbert County line. But this house was massive.
Yeah.
And I lived there with this guy's 2 daughters, their grandmother, and this other guy that worked with me. He was in the paint shop, and I was new and used cars. Mechanic.
Yeah.
So was that your first business?
No, I worked for a Chevy old Subaru dealership.
So what was your first business?
My own?
Yeah.
So here I am. I was mostly a welder. I actually started in '78 before I even graduated. So I went to Warren Tech, but I learned all they could teach me, all the tools, all the techniques they had on hand, all the equipment, and I even went over to sheet metal and did a month there. Because I finished the whole thing in just over 1 year, 1 school year. And by the time I came back, I was pretty much done. I went over to small engine for a while, which was, I already knew everything about it, but I wanted to use their tools.
Okay, best
Yeah,
concert.
good tools.
What's the craziest concert
Best
or
concert you ever
festival
saw
you've been
live?
to?
Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper.
Not even
obviously.
close.
What year?
I was
Where?
16 years old.
Oh shit.
1977, and he was at McNichols Sports Arena. You ever heard of Styx?
Yeah.
Back then, Styx kicked ass. They're from Detroit, and they had their sound, and
Is this before Sailing Away? Okay, so Quick Kicks actually. Yeah, you're dead on.
shit, now I can't say the name of this album, but it's a pretty big deal. Yeah. And then they had that song, their big hit was Lady. It came out about 1971, 72. I remember I was a kid, and yeah, I used to hear that all the time. But craziest music? Oh yeah, so we're at McNichols. Styx comes on first, and they're in like a velvet-lined black box, and you know they always wear tuxedos. Period. There's no t-shirt wearing. There's no And Dennis DeYoung has that giant keyboard, double, triple
That
banks.
freaking monster looks like this.
Well, no,
tall.
he has double banks, but he also has a grand piano. That was the thing.
Damn, that's a lot of keys.
Listen to their songs.
I like Styx. He knows
How many of their songs do you know?
Not enough for
You
you to
ever
be
heard this
impressed.
song,
The over-under is
Castle
5.
Walls? Congratulations.
Over 1.5.
Brilliant.
1.5?
I don't know enough.
So they
Styx
opened up
songs
for
actually
Alice
that
Cooper?
much.
Fair enough. Mine's probably like 2.
They couldn't have played any better. They played all their early stuff. I wish I could say the name of that album though. It shows a burning ice cube on the cover though. And there's some really great songs on that. There's one, Born for Adventure was good. Mother Dear. Yeah, it's a trippy ass song. It's something you hear it, you're like, makes you think.
Have you ever been to Lewis? Have you ever been to Burning Man?
Twice.
Twice.
I got some pretty kick-ass pictures on.
Is that the one you're talking about? That's the 1972 album.
No, it's after that.
After that?
Yeah, it's after that one. I had that one though.
That was like 40 years ago, well, 50 years ago.
They had this song called
Right.
Krakatoa in their early. You know the tale of Krakatoa, right? That island in the Pacific.
Oh, yeah.
It lost 2/3 of, or no, 1/3 of its mass that day, and it created a fucking wind and weather event because the amount of stuff ejected and the wave was mega.
The Serpent is Rising?
That's the one that has that song Krakatoa.
That's what I thought. Okay.
But no, it's keep going. Equinox.
Just so everyone's aware,
The
Cole
album's
had no idea.
Equinox.
Cole's looking
Right
this shit up
after
on
Man of
Google.
Miracles. Fuck yeah.
Man of Miracles was good too. He
you got
was
that
a man of miracles.
I got
When did that come out?
1970.
Look that shit up, Jamie.
Thanks on it.
2.
5.
5. Wow.
The original album I
Well,
showed
look
you.
up Equinox. Styx Equinox.
That's what I'm looking up.
Yeah.
December
Hurry,
1st.
goddammit.
December 1st,
Come on,
1975.
Cole.
I'll tell you what, there's some great songs on that. It's pretty good. For its day, back then, remember, I'm only, in 75, I was 14.
That's insane. God, you gotta live through some fun fucking years.
Back then, all these roads were dirt. There were 2 farms. The Curtis Ranch over here off Garrison, between Chatfield and what used to be U. There's no C470.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I had one friend on East 470 over near County Line. I mean, over near like University, somewhere in there. He was the first person he snuck on there with his totally souped up Trans Am.
That's awesome.
Classic Trans Am. That car would be worth hundreds of thousands now.
Smoking the Bandit.
He got pulled over. They saw him going by, and I can't remember how fast it was, but they caught him. It's an outrageously fast number, but there's nowhere to go. The thing was incomplete, and he couldn't just fly off the end and I got on the highway, left a trail of sparks. No Dukes will never catch me.
All right, Lewis. Our viewers
Crazy
want to
ass
know.
shit as a kid, all through dirt roads. I used to ride motorcycles,
go.
motocross, dirt bikes.
I just
Plus I BMX'd. My buddy Jerry,
I gotta be so bad.
we were the kings of BMX out here. Nobody could even come close. And we do jumps that nobody would even try. Oh, we'd be sailing up, getting style,
Flying.
points, flying it. Oh, out of all my friends, I never did this kind of 360, but I did this kind of 360. And I was the first one to do that.
Land it.
Oh, I was the wheelie king.
I hope so.
I could sit back and wheelie just like really long way. And I could do power wheelies too, where I'd like be on the pedal standing up and I'd just hit it hard, pull up and just ride it. And I'd just be like a guy on a unicycle. Instead of sitting, I got the handlebars to go. And we used to, this guy Pat Sandell, he was good too. And we used to have contests to see who could go the furthest. And
I just want to put this in there as well, that I can tell this guy's telling the truth because 99% of these stories are the same stories I've heard from
this
my
whole
dad
area,
about the area, the dirt
So-
biking, all the shows. He knows about the Rainbow Music Hall.
the drugs were pretty good and they were cheap. Pot was $40 an ounce.
Oh my God.
There's Colombian Gold,
not
Colombian
even-
Red Bud, a lot. Plus this pretty good Mexican that we used to get for $85 a pound.
God damn. That's
And,
ridiculous.
You buy some fucking pounds?
Do you have any cool party stories, Lewis? Back in the day? Tell us most cool party story viewers want to
Over
know?
here, there's. Do you know where Car Street is in you?
Our viewers don't know, but continue.
It's just right over here, like 10 minutes that way. Not even 10.
We know
Unless
where
you drag your
Yeah.
feet. 5 minutes. Over there. So it's gravel pits back in my day. There's like 2 bodies of water here. And it was a pit. So the walls in this thing were like 120 feet high from the water to the top where the field was. And it was all dug out through there. And we had our trails and we'd hunt and we stocked it up with fish. We used to catch fish and just turn them loose there.
Yeah.
Just to have something close by. And it turns out from all the
What's your craziest story from a party? There's gotta be some crazy parties back then.
I used to get mushrooms all the time.
Yeah, always a good time.
And if you were to go up Deer Creek Canyon here,
Yeah,
there's the face. You know the Leaning Rock?
yeah,
You know Deer Creek Canyon. You know the Leaning Rock.
yeah.
You gotta know it. I mean, and then right around the corner from there, we used to call that the Rock Face. And we used to climb the shit out of it. There's always someone falling and getting really hurt.
It's about right
He just
now.
lodged a rock and it came down and smashed his arm. Oh shit. And they fixed it. He had to walk around in this aluminum frame with his arm like this for like a whole year.
Damn.
So the blood pressure would burst as where they repaired
How many
it.
times did people give him high
He
fives?
walked around like this
walking
the whole
around.
year.
My God.
Oh yeah. And his mom. These parties were serious. And again, this was right over here, like 5 minutes that way. Down off, say, Carr and Chatfield,
Yeah.
that way.
Everybody having their turn. Stacy's mom.
Oh yeah, right down here off of, they called it the pit. And it was that pit. Chatfield and, not Reed. Could it be Reed? I don't know. Just past the hill.
Yeah.
You go that way, a little hill, and down at the bottom, and there's this house there, and there's like, it had like 6 bedrooms. And it's all rented out, and all these party ass.
Just a party place.
I've always been a gun guy.
Yeah.
Always. So we're hanging out there. It's late at night. We're drinking. And Jeff Shelgagurtis is playing with this 45. Oh, I wonder if it'll go up like this. Bam! He shot it straight into the fucking fireplace. Luckily.
Yeah.
And alarmingly close to me that my ears were ringing louder
Yeah,
than they
ringing
are
after
now.
hearing that.
And I have permanent tinnitus. But anyway, yeah, the parties there were dastardly. And
What a good word.
they used to wait for me, and they used to make the delivery.
That's
You
when
like
the
the
party starts.
alliteration?
Yeah.
Were you the hook? You were the hookup?
Plug walk.
So yeah, I mean, this guy, I had a guy, and King Supers used to give you your groceries in paper, and he would literally give me a King Super shopping bag, that big, kinda, complete rolled up, and it'd be like 2 pounds of mushrooms,
God damn.
2 pounds of dried mushrooms.
God damn it, right.
And
Oh,
I have my thing. And,
mushrooms
the
are fun.
Clearwater house over here in Columbine.
have you ever
This
tried?
house was awesome.
Have you ever tried DMT?
Huh?
Have you ever tried DMT before?
I did.
Okay,
As a matter of fact,
calm it down.
We're trying to steal your own
way
audience.
back, we could get
He's cooler than JRE.
we could get a vial of DMT, of E or X, whichever you call it, back then, liquid, little vial of liquid, or a little vial of acid, 100 doses.
Damn.
He was the person who made me being me easier because he could outshine me in being naughty. I mean, him and I went to so many parties, all the fucking Halloween parties. Oh,
Something good happens at a Halloween party, dude.
What's your best Halloween costume?
Yeah.
I did Steve Irwin for like on and off for like 10 years. After he got killed, I'd come there and it looked like I had a stingray with the thing sticking out my back. I'd be like, oh, crikey, I come from the resurrection.
What's the crazy?
Lewis, tell us about Burning Man.
Yeah, we keep getting sidetracked. Sorry, that was our topic for today.
Start. This guy, so he's wearing these furry boots and a furry loincloth and nothing
Slide
else,
over.
and he's carrying a sign above his head, and the sign says, "My arms are getting tired." Shit. Let me see if I can find a picture for you. Okay. I think I got one in here. Oh, damn.
Burning.
There's a girl just like 2 minutes this way walking that she needs my help. She's desperate alcoholic. She's got no other friends.
You slay, Lewis.
Huh?
You slay.
What?
Slay. You get it.
No, it ain't about that though. I've actually known her. She still lives in the house she grew up in.
Oh.
And she's been here a little longer than me. We moved to our house over here in 1967. I was 6 years old. Must rebuild everything. The rape of the natural. I mean, I used to walk around as a kid.
Yeah.
I could walk around with my 22 Ruger and a shotgun, and I just go right across Car Street. I'd walk 3 blocks, 2 blocks, and the short blocks, not the length, but the narrow width of the blocks. You saw how it was laid out.
Yeah.
Back then, the houses were sparse and sporadic. When I read meters out here for Denver Water, or Meadowbrook Heights, oh, I gotta go sing.
All right, you get it, Lewis.
Voodoo.
It's been a pleasure to have you on the podcast. You kill it. What are you singing?
Bye.